Alright, hello everyone. I am AlecK47 and I am playing Sonic 1. You may notice that this sounds different than Sonic 1. I'm also going to do a very quick demonstration of something here, hopefully. Because this game, as you can see, it runs at a frame rate. What that frame rate is varies. So I'm just kind of sitting down here, creating a little bit of lag, you know, making sure I don't get a bubble. Because I find this amusing and I want to show it off. So, you can see the countdown. 2, 1, and then finally death. Alright, so one thing I have to say is that Ozzy, who is here, loves this game. Also,
are you getting me confused for somebody else?
No. Don't lie to yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
There's no lying to myself. I know exactly how I feel with this game.
So, there's original mode and anniversary mode. Anniversary mode is what I'm using because it's the one that gives you a spin dash. And I'm ready to go. So, in 3, 2, 1, Sonic. Obviously, this is the Game Boy Advance port of the original Sonic 1, which was for the Genesis or Mega Drive if you're European or something. Oh, I got both bounces. They both spawned and I had the wrong jump. So, that is unfortunate. That is the only really bad thing that can happen in the first stage, really. So, from here, it's free. Anyway, obviously, this game is not supposed to run this poorly, but Sonic Team somehow managed it. And these sound effects are why the Game Boy Advance does not... Like, Sega does what Nintendo don't. These sound effects really prove it here. So, the Spin Dash is the big thing for the game that really makes it playable. Possibly with an asterisk, but possibly not, you know. Oop, might want to get off that spike. So, the reason I didn't bother jumping out of that spike pit before I did a spin dash is because, as you may have seen in a couple instances, walls don't stop you unless you want them to stop you. If you get above them, you can then have full momentum, and that is something that I'm going to be abusing several points in this game. That momentum conservation is in particular useful in what skips this category has. I'm also not grabbing these speed shoes because they don't really help here. I'm grabbing them for the boss, which, going for a tight jump. There are a couple ways I can handle this and reliably get past those spikes. I've been kind of switching between them lately, and I'm probably just going to go back to my old way because it's more consistent. Yeah. But you did get to see there the springs. Springs in this game try hard. Also, I'm just going to... okay, let's try this again. I'm just going to hop on top of Robotnik here, and yeah, hope that I get fairly optimized bounces, which I did. So those bounces are really hard to judge how high you need to be to get the optimal bounce pattern, because essentially you can't tell the frame rate reliably. There's just no way around it.
Hey.
No, it's very much the case. Marble Zone I do not like in any version of this game, so Yeah. Because in every single version of the game, there is something that can go horribly wrong. Now, hopefully I don't get stuck in a block here, in this lava section that I'm coming up on, after that little combo. Only 2 of the bats spawned. That happens sometimes. Enemies spawning in this game can be pretty inconsistent. Usually, at least some of them spawn. Oh, that's what I didn't want to see, and I have no rings. Oh, I got out. Alright, so I'm actually going to play this safe and go back here, get that shield, because what I want to do... Did it to me again, and is it going to let me out? Yes. Alright, so normally I would damage boost through this section. I would hit the lava, get bounced backwards out of the path of that block that I got stuck inside of. But every now and then, and in this case, it happened. I got stopped within the block. So, yeah, that's a thing that can happen. Oh, in case you didn't notice, one of the reasons that this is the best version of Sonic 1 is the fact that you can skip the score countdowns. Another reason that this is the best version of Sonic 1 is that when you die, the level music just keeps playing. It doesn't stop and start over, so that's cool. The reasons that this is not the best version of Sonic 1 is pretty much everything else, but, you know, we don't need to drag the game too hard. It does it on itself pretty well. Pay attention to the lag here. It is egregious. This jump that I'm about to do to land on this block gave me fits when I first started trying to run this game, because I couldn't pin down the frame rate to save me. And I would jump too far or not far enough. But I got the hang of it after a while. A couple little damage boosts there. Yeah, momentum conservation. I did not press right there, and Sonic just zipped over to the right because that's the momentum he had stored up against that wall. Little invincibility to get through here. It's not strictly faster, but it is the most consistent way to get through there. No, Peapod, the game absolutely cannot pin down the frame rate. It is confused. But Act 3, this is the one that I hope goes well, because there are a couple places it can go wrong. So, starting off, that is fine. I just need rings here because I'm going to use iframes to get through that lava. One of the few places that this game is actually worse on crush deaths than the Genesis version is right there. Those little weights that fall from the ceiling are, like, if you get damaged into them, you instantly die. It is a crush death for some reason. I don't know why. Normally the game is better about it than the original, which is kind of sad because this game is not very good about anything. But anyway, while I'm taking this path, you have anything to say, Ozzy?
I hate this game. I mean, I love Sonic 1. Okay, let me ask you this, Alec.
Yeah.
What do you think is worse? A game that's brand new, that's just right out of the gate is a bad video game, or a remake or port that's really bad of a really good video game that people really cherish?
Why not both? Like, honestly, it depends on what your expectations are. Also, this spin dash jump can screw me over. It didn't there. That's good. I can get screwed over by a couple things. Also, I have rings going into the boss fight, so that's very good. Oh, alright, I'm gonna play it safe now. That's not the way I intended to go through that little section. Up. Alright, cool. Fortunately, the flames despawn when you defeat the boss. But yeah, that boss fight...
Give Robotnik a chance! The screen crunch is just unfair to him.
I'd rather not. So, at the beginning of this level, up and to the left, there is a speed shoes and an extra life. As far as I know, because of the way this game treats slopes, you simply cannot get them. Like, you cannot get there. Because, the rate at which the game kills your speed when you're pressing a direction you're not going is rather fast. As you can see, I pretty much went from very fast to a dead stop right there. That combined with the fact that the game thinks you are going right as you're going up the slope, at least I'm pretty sure this is why it is, means that the game just kind of does not let you get the speed that you need to get over to the extra life and speed shoes.
Spring Yard Zone, I used to love your soundtrack. What happened?
Oh, come on, don't you like MIDI?
No! It hurts my soul.
Good. So Spring Yard 2 is not too bad, honestly. Also, the hitboxes on those purple enemies tend to be a little bit better in this version for some reason. You may have noticed that I went a little bit left. That was to avoid a crush death. That one spot is one of the other few places where it is very easy to get crushed in this version of the game. And unfortunately, I mistimed my jumps, so I ended up there. Also, I kind of got on the platform, then the game didn't realize I was supposed to fall with it, so yeah, you saw that, right?
I see a lot of things. None of them are right.
Sometimes wrong is right. Anyway, Act 3 is the one that is usually the most variable. And that is because of a bit that I'll talk about when I get there. So, it is entirely possible to get that ring box and then die after getting it, because, like the Genesis version, if you get hit in between the time when the game gives you, in between the time that you hit the box and get the rings, the game hasn't given you the rings yet. Okay, so I got up top here. Let's see if I can get on this platform and how long it takes me. Okay, I need to go a bit more left. A bit more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 jumps. That's not bad at all. Now, hopefully I don't fall all the way down. I did. Yeah, I misread which way those platforms were going. So that's the unfortunate thing about the top route. It is the faster route if it goes well for you. But, yeah, it doesn't always work. And so I end up having to take that path. Also, yeah, that... hey, it gave me another jump, because I was still holding the jump button. That's a new one. And I probably should have gone back and got that, checkpoint, but whatever. I shouldn't die. And my estimate is fairly generous anyway. I am going to do something fairly YOLO here, so, if it bites me, it bites me. So, at this point, I'm going to use my speed shoes momentum to just go whee! Okay. And be extra safe with a spin dash jump off there. Also, yes, I am on the area after the boss arena. That is where I landed. And because the Game Boy Advance screen is not quite as tall as of a resolution as other, like the CRT, the Genesis resolution, the boss for this is lower, and it makes it even more trivial than this boss already is. That is also the case for the Starlight boss, which makes that a much more reasonable boss fight.
Alec, do you know why I hate this game so much?
Yes, I think I do, but explain, please. I want to hear it anyway.
I lost a bet and I was forced to beat this game.
I did not even know that. So, fun story. When Ozzy and I were at RPG Limit Break, I brought out my cart and just kind of touched him with it, and he has not forgiven me since.
I've claimed broken out in hives from its touch.
I'm guessing that's why I have this time slot, but, you know, whatever. By the way, I do not, strictly speaking, have to kill those enemies, but going through this is not reliable unless you kill them. So, if you're wondering how Sonic went so fast, that's because the way that this port handles leaving the water is it just adds speed onto your current speed. So by doing a spin dash, you're able to skip that entire section. And yeah, that's good, because the way that the Genesis version gets past that section is a little platform where you go down into the water, hit a switch, and come back up, and there's a platform you can ride across that gap. But this version, it just doesn't spawn for some reason, or if it can spawn, I have no idea how to do that.
Mm-hmm. I had to collect every Chaos Emerald too.
Oh, now that is actually incredibly cruel, because the special stages in this game are absolutely horrendous. Also, I'm just gonna...
I had to use save states just to do it too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that springs try hard in this version of the game and mosey on up into the ceiling there. And yeah, that's Labyrinth Act 2. I'm at the end now. The way that works, I believe, has to do with the fact that you're on a slope when the spring kind of hits you, but you're still in the spring's hitbox, so the game just puts you on the wall. And then you can walk up into the ceiling, because ceiling collision is weird. This one is where I might make it right past this, or I might spend a minute or two here. Last marathon run I had, I spent a while on this. Okay, I did not have the speed I needed there. I am going back in there to try to give myself the right sub-pixels. I did not have the speed there.
I remember this being a long time to do. Like, you literally just... The lag and the inconsistency with the timing can just make this simple little jump that...
There we go.
More impossible.
That wasn't bad. But now I have to make sure that I don't fall into this next gap. If I fell in there instead of jumping over it, I would have soft locked. And had to start Labyrinth Zone in its entirety from the beginning. Now, I have 10 lives here, so this is pretty safe, but, like, this section can also be bad, especially if I don't make it through on my first try.
With the bait.
Oh, as a kid, playing on the better version of this game, I hated it. Like, I would turn on Game Genie cheats, get the invincibility, just for this section right here. Only this section.
I have died to this. On this particular version of the game, it's like where I'd lose the shield, lose my rings, and then I would accidentally bounce off of the block and fall the way down and die.
Yep, that is very easy to do. I have a way around it. And the best way to do it is to damage boost right here. Like so. Then spin dash across that gap. The other way is to jump up, hit, and oh, nice! I got that. I got bounced back. So Sonic is just going to push up against here for a bit. I love it when that happens. It doesn't happen that often, but I love it when it does. I would have hit the little bomb there. So, Starlight won. Am I gonna get it? Yeah! Alright, so you can just kind of get up in there. Don't ask me why, but, like, it must have something to do with the way the game conserves momentum. You can do it in the second one here, but... Oh, I didn't get the jump. Okay, I am going to go this way. I wanted to go the top route just to show it off, because it's about the same amount of time, and you go over the top of the stage, which is pretty cool. Alright, Starlight 2 is another pretty quick, fairly consistent stage. I'm going to turn around here so that I get bounced that direction. And you can also go the path lower than this, and it's about the same in real time, but going this way is brain dead, so I take that route. Now, it's important that I kill some of my momentum there so that I can do a spin dash jump off of that platform. And that lets me get to the end soon. And sooner. Now, this is the one tricky thing in Starlight. I need to time a jump out of a spin dash here. I use the pillar in the background going off the screen as my cue. Alright, now if this takes a while to come back down, I'm good, alright? Now we pray. Okay, good, that's good. If I don't get the amount of momentum I need from those things, it can be a bit of a crapshoot. So even though I made the jump, the fact that I didn't initially have the height I needed to make it up to that top section was a little bit worrisome. Those seesaws, technically function, just not well, not even remotely well. And I'm gonna hold right here. Nice. Okay, I didn't get good slope subpixels, but that's okay. This is gonna take me right to the boss. And now I can just jump. Also, the boss music, yeah, it started a bit late. The game tries, okay? Yeah, it pretty much is a synopsis of the game. Now, Scrap Brain, you might think, is this difficult? Well, it kind of is on the original mode, but spin dashing, like, those are supposed to be death traps that I just went right over because I was going fast. And the spin dash also allows me to get over this... Oh, wow, I didn't even get hit. Allows me to get over that gap nice and easily. This amount of speed makes that area a lot consistent, because otherwise you have to bounce off of a monitor, and it's much less consistent in this version of the game than it is in the original. You can also just jump right over that area. Spin dashing is nice. I enjoy it as a mechanic. Also, as a side note, yes, it is possible to get under 30 seconds in-game time, but it requires being a little bit more risky than I was. Another side note, because this stage has one in the Genesis version, there aren't zips in this game. When you're in a wall, you're just kind of in a wall. You can't zip out. Oh, come on. So
I remember being terrified of this level because of the screen crunch. There's just so many things that can hit you from off screen because of just your limited scope of view.
Or you can just spin dash past them. After that spin dash, like I'm pressing nothing right now. Use my iframes. And there we go. I'm past that section.
Did you see that? There was like one of the buzzsaws randomly spawned.
Oh, that is actually in the original game. It just doesn't quite pop in like that. If you spend a certain amount of time in there, it will come through to kind of make sure you go fast through that section. Also, there's no sound effect when Robotnik hits this switch. So yeah.
I heard you like Labyrinth Zone. Send me it back.
That's alright, shouldn't spend much time underwater here. Big thing here is that you don't want to fall down until the end part here, so, you know, making sure to get through there properly. A little damage boost to the right. And we are on to Final Zone. So, one thing that is interesting about this version is that if you're on the ground when one of the... didn't quite get the hit there. If you're on the ground, partly on the piston and partly on the solid ground, when the pistons go up. So if I'd been standing right here when that left piston went up, it would have been an instant crush death. Yeah, that one pattern is the one thing you don't want, because everything else is a fairly easy hit.
Honestly, this is probably the one fight that actually is harder on the GBA version.
Yeah, it's pretty easy on the original. The hitboxes of the electric things are bigger. You have the instant crush deaths. Yeah, a little early there. This is just bad luck. That is the one pattern I don't want to see, and I've gotten it 3 times already. It's not uncommon for me to go the entire fight and not see it once.
Should be 1 or 2 more hits left.
Spin dash makes those nice and easy. You can play for it in original too, but it's a little trickier. That should be it, yep. So, pay attention to where Robotnik is. So he's kind of back a little bit farther, so he's not going to make it up. He didn't make it off the screen. Like, if I had gone back there, he would have... Oh, so that was time, by the way. Sorry. It was on the fade out. But I find it amusing that you can make it so that he just doesn't escape.
It's okay. I guarantee you Stinger might have flubbed on this on the timer just from laughing.
It's possible. So yeah, that's Sonic 1 GBA. I am never, ever, ever running this all Emeralds because
No.
the Emerald stages, like in the original, they let you jump off of a lot of rather extreme angles, and that makes them playable. Not in this version. Like, you just fall. You have to pretty much be perfect or you're screwed. So, if you ever want to torture yourself, try getting all Emeralds in this version of the game. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and throw it over to Ozzy's other favorite game.
And other favorite person running said game. Alright. See you guys in a little bit.
Thank you.
There's nothing good about that. Everything was wrong.
It actually went reasonably well.
I despise you.
See, Ozzy, I'm not taking the bait.
Words cannot describe.
Hey, Stinger. I have a higher frame rate. Yep, everything's going.
Yeah, apparently they can hear us.
Yeah.